Hi, my name's Mark, and for the next couple of minutes I want to talk to you about a crisis that's really plaguing our youth and adolescents, young adults recently. That is suicide. So I want to give you a couple just brief thoughts about that. They spend so much time, and actually we spend so much time on our phones, social media, you name it. There's a sense of self-worth coming from the likes that they get and how many comments and the thumbs up. And that can be a tough place to be because there's depression can creep in a little bit, and sometimes there's doubt about family or, who am I? What's really going on in my life? So I'd like to talk to you a little bit about that and give you a few stats, and then hopefully at the end give you a little hope, or maybe an opportunity for some hope, either for you or for someone you might know. Hey, this is Mark back again. I'm back inside the church that I grew up, and sometimes you have to go back to your roots to dig into the deeper issues of what might be plaguing you. Something that maybe it's unresolved, even some abuse, that type of thing. So I have a friend that works here in a counseling center, and we are going to discuss a few things that we do here in the community, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, this is Wendy, and we were just talking about depression and the struggle that some of the girls have with that. Talk about that real quick.
Okay, yeah, a lot of times that is one of the presenting factors that a young lady, when she comes in for counseling, will say is that I'm depressed. She might think like I no longer feel happy anymore. I don't enjoy things that I used to enjoy, which are all symptoms of her feeling depressed. And so a lot of times what I try and present to them is at the source of depression is a hopelessness. There's no way out. This is, of course, a Christian counseling, biblical counseling setting. So with that hopelessness probably comes the idea that God has either forgotten me, what I'm going through is too difficult for God to handle, or just various things like that. So we address that first. What does she believe about God?
Okay.
A lot of times, I would say close to 99.9% of the time, she has a misconception about God, about his promises, and basically about the definition of happiness in a Christian life.
Okay, so how does social media, Facebook, Instagram, how does that affect what you're talking about?
It is huge, and as we all know, Facebook, when we're on Facebook, we're only going to present the good things, the wonderful things, and so we forget that, and these young girls do too, and they get on Facebook and they see so-and-so happy and joyous, and all these great things are happening in their life, and they're thinking, what's wrong with my life? Why am I so miserable? Why doesn't so-and-so like me? Or I'm not as popular. That peer pressure, all that kind of stuff is not usually voiced on Facebook. Okay. It's usually best foot forward. Right.
Hey, Mark back again. I really appreciate what Wendy said. I'm going to give you a few statistics, and then I'll get into hopefully giving some help for some of you. I am here in the local Diamond. Right behind me is the courthouse. Some really sad things happen there, and actually some really good things as well. Let me give you some numbers. Teen suicide is the second leading cause of death in adolescents, usually about 18 to 26 or so. In 2013, 11% of teens suffered with major depression, and major depression is that precursor to suicide. So that's an issue. The crazy thing is that rich countries have more of a prevalence to suicide than less rich or even just poor countries. This amazes me, but we see that because of the technology and the social media and that type of thing. Cyberbullying, it was over 15%, and actually this study was done Worldwide, there's over 15,000 adolescents that responded to this study. 15% of those that responded back to this survey had stated that they were cyberbullied. And the issue is, bullying is one thing, but when you take it to cyberbullying, that's a whole different level of attacking the person, not only physically, but then now you're getting emotionally, spiritually, culturally, and you're really just pulling them down. And so that's a major issue. What I really want to get to, and probably why you're watching this video, is what do I do? Either as a person that's contemplating suicide, or as someone that knows of someone, either a family member or something like that. What do I do? That's just the thing. If you are in their circle of influence, you're going to have more or present more help to them than, say, anyone else. No professional is going to know that, because you're the one that is in their circle of influence. So let me give you a couple numbers here. The National Suicide Hotline is 1-800-273-8255. That's 800-273-8255. And they also have a suicide prevention line. What I Google searched, the first thing that come up is a suicidepreventionlifeline.org. And there's actually a chat there. There's a phone number, but there's also a chat. So if you know someone that is contemplating, making plans, maybe giving something away, or a lot of things away, that's an issue. You need to say something. So the last thing I'm going to just leave you with is, there's a song by the group called Casting Crowns called Awkward Moment. So something you need to listen to, because it's that one step of getting into someone's life and saying, hey, are you okay? That might make all the difference in the world, and maybe even save a life. So again, take that first step, care about someone, and thank you for listening.